You are standing in a room full of people, yet you are invisible. You speak, and the air carries your words into a void where no one listens. You are mid-sentence, sharing a thought that matters, and then it happens. A sharp, careless voice cuts through yours. They didn't even wait for you to finish. They didn't even look at you. In that micro moment, a silent execution has occurred. The world just told you that your voice is ghost thin. You are background noise. You are the static between the stations that actually matter. Most men react to this with what I call the drift. They smile a tight, painful smile. They shrink their shoulders. They utter that most pathetic, soul-crushing word in the human tongue. Sorry. Sorry? Go ahead. Sorry. I'll wait. Sorry for speaking. Every time you apologize for being interrupted, you are not being polite. You are signing a contract of insignificance. You are training the world to treat you like a floor mat. You are telling the tribe that your internal citadel is unguarded, and anyone can walk over your words without consequence. The fool begs for attention. The king commands the room with the gravity of his presence. Today, we end the era of your invisibility. We are going to dismantle the biological and psychological reasons why you are being ignored. And I will give you the 3 words of iron that will stop any interruption dead in its tracks. But more importantly, I will teach you the law of the pause, the ultimate weapon of the sovereign. This is not a communication tip. This is a reclamation of your spirit. Before we descend into the laws of power, a warning. This channel is not a place for those seeking hacks to be liked. I am not here to help you fit in. I am here to help you stand alone as a fortress of calm authority. This is a digital monastery for the few who rely on logic, not hope, who value iron over comfort. If you are looking for soft affirmations or a pat on the back, leave now. The gates are closing, but if you are ready to bury the version of yourself that shrinks in the shadows, then enter. Subscribe to the Brotherhood of Iron. Let us begin. To fix the problem, you must understand the biology of the hunt. In nature, interruptions are a test of dominance. When 2 wolves encounter one another, the one who breaks eye contact first, the one who yields the path, is the subordinate. Human conversation is no different. It is a sophisticated, verbal version of the same ancient struggle for hierarchy. Why do they interrupt you? It is rarely because they are excited or busy. It is because your subcommunications are signaling that you are prey. If your voice is high-pitched and breathless, you are signaling anxiety. If you speak too fast, you are signaling that you don't believe your words are worth the listener's time. If you use filler words, the ums, the likes, the oohs, you are creating gaps in your fortress wall. And people will naturally fill those gaps with their own ego. The world does not interrupt substance, it interrupts uncertainty. Stoicism teaches us that we cannot control others, but we have absolute sovereignty over ourselves. If you find yourself being stepped over, look inward. Have you built a voice that demands respect? Or have you built a voice that asks for permission to exist? Nature does not respect those who shrink. It respects those who occupy their space with a heavy, unmovable presence. The Logos, the rational order of the universe, dictates that power flows toward the center of gravity. You must become that center. When the storm of voices rises around you, do not shout. The man who shouts has already lost. Shouting is a sign of weakness. It is the sound of a man struggling to be heard. Instead, use the anchor. The word is listen. Do not say it with anger. Do not say it with a question mark at the end. Say it with the flat, cold weight of a stone falling into a well. Listen. This word is an orienting signal. Biologically, it triggers the reticular activating system in the listener's brain. It forces their focus to snap back to the source of the command. It is a psychological reset button. Imagine you are in a meeting. Voices are overlapping. Someone cuts you off mid-thought. You do not stop talking immediately, and you do not speak louder. You pause for exactly 1 second. You look them directly in the eyes, not with rage, but with a weary curiosity. And you say, "Listen, I am finishing this point first." You have just redrawn the boundaries of your citadel. You have told the intruder that their excitement does not supersede your logic. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact." By using the word listen, you are stripping away their opinionated interruption and demanding they face the facts of your presence. Stop. I want you to recall a memory, a moment from your past where you were humiliated by silence, a time when you had something vital to say, something that could have changed the outcome, but you let someone louder, someone weaker, but more aggressive, drown you out. Recall the feeling in your chest, that hollow, burning sensation of being a coward to your own truth. If you are tired of that ghost living inside you, then use this moment as a funeral rite. Like this video right now, not for me, but as a symbolic act of burying that old version of yourself. Press the button and vow that from this second forward, you will never apologize for your own existence again. The second word of iron is important. Interruption happens because the other person has made a subconscious calculation. What I have to say is more valuable than what he is saying. You must break their calculation. You must change the frame of the conversation. When they cut in, wait for them to take a breath, or simply maintain your gaze and say, "The important part is this." By using the word important, you are signaling to everyone in the room that what you are about to say is the gold in a room full of lead. You are no longer competing for attention. You are defining what deserves it. Seneca taught us that time is our most precious commodity. To allow someone to steal your speaking time with trivial noise is to allow them to steal a portion of your life. When you label your words as important, you are acting as a guardian of your own time. You are not being arrogant. You are being clear. You are telling the room, "I do not speak to hear the sound of my own voice. I speak because the Logos demands this truth be heard." When you frame your thoughts this way, people stop looking for a gap to interrupt. They start leaning in, afraid they might miss the important thing you've promised. The third word is now. The past is a memory. The future is a dream. The only place where power exists is in the now. Interrupters live in the future. They are already thinking about what they want to say next. They are not present with you. They are racing toward their own ego. When you say, "Now let me finish," you anchor the entire conversation back into the present moment. You stop the race. You force them to stand still in the reality of your unfinished thought. Try this formula. Listen, the important part is this, and I am finishing it now. It is a triple strike. You gain attention. You create priority. You anchor the moment. Epictetus said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." But he did not mean we should be a silent victim. He meant that when we do speak, our words should have the force of 1,000 ears. They should be the result of deep observation and unshakable intent. When you use now, you are manifesting that intent. You are declaring that this moment belongs to your sovereign will. Now, we come to the master level, the law of the pause. If a man interrupts you and you immediately fight back with words, you are still playing his game. You are still reacting. The sovereign man does not react. He responds. When someone interrupts you, try this. Stop talking instantly, completely. Do not finish your sentence. But do not look away. Do not look down at your notes or your phone. Look directly at them. Keep your face like a mask of cold marble. No anger, no frustration, just silence. Let the silence stretch. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. The room will become incredibly uncomfortable. The interrupter will realize they have stepped into a vacuum they cannot fill. They will begin to stumble. They will realize they have committed a social transgression against a man of weight. This is the Stoic Stare. It is the visual embodiment of kintsugi, the art of repairing what is broken with gold. You are taking their broken interruption and filling the gap with the gold of your presence. Wait until they finish their rambling. Wait another 2 seconds after they stop. Then, with a voice as calm as a morning in the mountains, say, "Listen, there is more." And then continue exactly where you left off. You have not lowered yourself to their level. You have simply waited for the noise to pass so that the substance could return. We must address the poison in your vocabulary, the word sorry. In the US market, in the professional world, in the halls of power, sorry is the white flag of the soul. When you get interrupted and you say, "Sorry, go ahead," you are telling a lie. You aren't sorry. You are annoyed. You are hurt. You are yielding. So why lie? A Stoic values truth above all things. If you are not sorry, do not say it. If you must be polite, replace sorry with thank you. If someone interrupts you to make a point, wait, then say, "Thank you for that perspective." Now, as I was saying, thank you keeps you in the position of the host. You are acknowledging their contribution to your conversation. You remain the sovereign. You remain the one who decides when the thread continues. Stop shrinking yourself to fit into the small minds of others. The world has enough background noise. It is starving for the sound of a man who knows his own worth. As we reach the summit of this lesson, understand that this is not about a speaking trick. This is a signal of your character. Your words are not separate from your soul. The way you speak reveals the way you value your life. If you allow your words to be scattered like dead leaves in the wind, your life will follow. But if you forge your voice into a weapon of calm authority, if you embody the silence of the king and the words of iron, the world will change around you. They will stop interrupting because they will sense that you have something to say that they cannot afford to miss. They will respect your boundaries because they can see that you are a man who respects himself. Look at a statue of Marcus Aurelius. He does not need to shout to command the Roman Empire. He sits on his horse, hand outstretched, in a gesture of peace and absolute authority. That is your goal, unshakable presence. You are not a ghost. You are not background noise. You are the architect of your own citadel. The era of your invisibility is over. If this lesson burned into you, if it gave you back a piece of the power you had lost, then prove it. In the comments below, I want you to type 3 words. I am iron. Type it to signal to the brotherhood that you are no longer a victim of the drift. Type it to anchor this lesson into your mind. Go into your week. When the world tries to cut you off, remember the anchor. Remember the hierarchy. Remember the axis. Stand tall, speak slow, and never apologize for the truth you carry. I am the tactical sage. We are the few. We are the sovereign. Until next time, stay in the citadel.